My name is Yuanpei Zhu. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to find CSUF student average monthly cost on food. So I take an example of 40 students and try to find what is the 90% confident interval estimate for the mean monthly cost of food per student. In order to get these 40 examples, I went to my math access section to make a survey. Also, I asked my friend on campus. Also, I just asked random people who's working on campus. As you can see, there are 40 examples, and this example is from $60 to $800 on their monthly cost on food. Since we already have the data, let's talk about how to find the confident interval estimate. First, based on what we learned in ISDX 361A, is it equal to point estimators plus or minus the margin of error, and the point estimator is actually the x bar, and to find margin error is actually equal to critical value times the standard error, and the standard error is equal to the standard deviation over the square root of the total example numbers. Okay, so let's find these numbers. First, let's take an average of the example, and that will be our x bar. And it's also the point estimators. And then let's take a standard deviation for examples. There it is 173. And in order to get a critical value, first we need to know the alpha. So the alpha is equal to 0.1 since it is 90% confidence intervals, and we already know it's gonna be 40 examples. So for critical values is equal to the negative of NORM as INV, and the probability is alpha over 2, and is 1.64. And for standard error, as we said, is equal to the standard deviations over square root of the example, and is 27.42. And for marginal error is just equal to the critical value times the standard error, and it's going to be 45. And since we already have all the numbers, let's plug in back to the formula. So it's equal to the point estimators minus the margin error to get to the lower limit is 211, and for upper limit is equal to the point estimators plus the margin error is 301.97. So we can say for CSUF students, their average monthly cost of food in a 90% confident interval is from 211.78 to 301.97. And that will be all for this project. Thank you so much for listening.